At Jackson Public Schools, we are wearing wigs, having fits, and saying our ABCs. Indeed, we have our wildly important goals, our wigs, our fits, our focused instructional teams, along with making sure that we are saying our ABCs, being accountable for attendance, behavior, and course performance. Under the leadership of the school superintendent and the board of trustees, we are building stronger schools together. So just a couple of announcements. For the first time, students taking college credit courses will have access to federal Pell grants as early as high school. Jackson State University is the only public four-year historically black college and university to receive this award, and one of only 44 post-secondary institutions nationwide to participate in this dual enrollment experiment, which is launched by the U.S. Department of Education in support of President Barack Obama's administration's work to expand college opportunity. So we're really excited that Jackson Public Schools and Jackson State University are now partnering with one another for what we are excited about is dual enrollment. So essentially, our high school scholars will have access to the courses at universities, and as they are attaining their diploma for high school, they can also be working on their degree from college. As you know, many high school students dream of attending college after high school, but that the process of turning that dream into reality can be daunting, especially for a student whose parents and other family members did not attend college. Learning how to apply for and pay for a college education is an important step in that process. A consortium of Mississippi education leaders have launched a new effort called College Countdown Mississippi, that is designed to help more students apply for and enroll in college after high school. College Countdown Mississippi is a part of a national effort, the American College Application Campaign, that shares the goal of easing the admissions, financial aid, and enrollment processes for students, particularly first-generation and low-income students, and that ensures that they apply to at least one post-secondary institution. So now, as part of our goals, we have written in that our high school scholars will apply for at least one post-secondary institution. Some of the strategies to be employed for the JPS FAFSA Completion Challenge include creating a college culture, partnering with community groups to create an expectation of college, launching the FAFSA, which is the federal aid application, marketing campaign, and testing an innovative remote process for FAFSA. The Jackson Public School District is committed to working diligently with Get to College and other partners to encourage students to complete the FAFSA. This grant will enable us to assist more students as they begin the journey to obtain a college degree toward a prosperous future. And finally, as many of you know, Jackson Public School District has been audited for the past few months by the Mississippi Department of Education, and I wanted to let you know that we are beginning a preliminary review of it. My first course review of it highlights some of the things that we have already identified, one of which being transportation, second being school safety, and the third being facilities. So we wanted to make sure that you had some sort of report at the end of the school year as the summer began, as we'll all be working diligently to plan, and so we can have a very outstanding beginning of the next year, starting August 9th when our scholars come back to school.
Are we purchasing new buses for the students?
We're looking at purchasing additional buses for our fleet, and then we'll have to engage with additional mechanics to make sure that our buses are roadworthy when they roll in every evening. I think we have to note that collectively over 300 buses accrue about 1 million miles per school year, and so that's a lot of wear and tear on our buses. And we're going to be doing a better job of making sure that before they hit the street, that they are ready to roll.
What fund do you use to pay for these repairs?
Sure, it's district maintenance, and then the state does provide some funding as well.
On the audit, educate me here. What makes that happen? How often do you get audited?
It is a routine audit. So school districts get one every 3 years. Several years back, we received one in exceptional education, and so we cleared that one, and we're excited that the process moves forward for us in exceptional education. We've enjoyed a great deal of success there. but it's routine.
You mentioned safety. There was like a stretch there in the spring. It seemed like something was happening every day. The cell phone videos, this, that, and the other. What have you already done since that kind of little stretch that you guys had there in the spring?
Excellent question. So we have been in communication with our campus enforcement department. So there's two things. One is a response to an event that occurs, and the other is a reaction to an event that occurs. Campus enforcement is the reaction. So something happens, and so we have to react to it, right? So but the response to that is a deeper question. So how are we ensuring that our school administrators and our school leadership teams are supported and equipped to make sure that the cultures in the buildings are in such a way that we don't have so many of issues like that. So what we've done this year is we've partnered with several agencies through grant funding to support us in that way. Restorative practices, tools for life, character education, and preparing not only our scholars but our teachers to respond, to make sure that our scholars are in touch with how you should act in certain situations. So anytime you have two people in one space, there may be a conflict from time to time. It doesn't always have to result in something like a fight. So we have to train our scholars to have a better response.
And we mentioned facilities and the aging infrastructure. Are we looking to build new schools around here?
Well, we are in the process right now of building a new one, Northwest International Baccalaureate Middle School. 2 years ago, we discovered it being something that could grow into an issue. And before something like that occurs, we wanted to address it, so we did. And we moved from that to other areas. So we were able, with the refunding that we received, to secure HVAC, air conditioning units, and some repairs in our schools that are much needed. When you have 60-plus buildings, you have to apply the renovations and repair where the urgency is. Lanier High School is another example of the windows and restoration there. George Elementary School is going to be engaging with the Archives and History Department to upgrade there. And so all across the city, we'll see some of those upgrades take place. Most of that has to happen in the summer, like roofs and air conditioning, because you can't do those things when our scholars are in the building.
For the people who don't really understand why an audit is so important, could you just quickly explain what this audit means and why we do this every 3 years?
It is a review of practices and recommendations on how those practices impact your work. And so it is really no different, quite frankly, than anything we do on a regular basis. If you're going on a long road trip, you audit your vehicle. You check the tire, gas, make sure that you get everything packed and gauges and all of that, and then you hit the road. And so what it gives you an opportunity to do is do a checkup. Those are performed across the state on a regular basis. And we take a review, a look at it, and we improve on things that need improvements. Let's take communications, for example. Communications received an external review or an audit several years back. And as a result of that, now you see Twitter, Facebook, a brand new website, those kinds of things that help communicate the great things that are going on in Jackson Public Schools. And so it's a very important process for everyone to follow. I would recommend anyone to get someone to take a look at how you're doing things and how you can work to improve. Thank you all for coming.